100 years ago, a satellite detected an object under the sands of the Great Desert. An expedition was sent. An ancient starship buried in the sand. Deep inside the ruin was a single stone that would change the course of our history forever. On the stone was etched a galactic map, and a single word more ancient than the clans themselves. Hiigara, our home. The clans were united, and a massive colony ship was designed. Construction would take 60 years. It would demand new technologies, new industries, and new sacrifices. The greatest of these was made by the scientist Kharak, who had herself permanently integrated into the colony ship as its living core. She is now Fleet Command. The promise of the GUIDESTONE united the entire population. Every mind became focused on the true origin of our people. Every effort on the construction of the ship that would seek it out among the stars.
Scaffold control standing by.
All stations green.
You're cleared to approach. You got it.
Bays 8, 9, and 10 sealed.
Scaffold decks A, B, C secure. Decks D and E secure. Scaffold secure. All systems green. Release crew standing by. What a beautiful sight.
This is Fleet Command. Reporting Mothership relaunch status. Command online. Resourcing online. Construction online. Cryogenic subsections A through J online. K through S online. Scaffold control stand by for alignment. Alignment confirmed. Stand by, release control.
All caliper banks released.
The Mothership has cleared the scaffold. We are away. stand by for command line testing.
Command line green. Initial fleet in position.
Course canceled.
Fleet intelligence going online. Our task is to analyze all sensor data and generate mission objectives. Before the hyperdrive test, several trials must be completed. Test construction by building the primary research ship. Test resource processing by harvesting the asteroids provided nearby.
Hyperspace module charging. 35% capacity and rising. The mothership will be ready for the hyperdrive test in 10 minutes.
Stand down. We're on hold.
Stand by to begin combat trials. First, we will be monitoring formation performance. Target drones have been provided here. Assign a formation to your fighters and destroy the drones.
Alright, hello everybody, welcome to Let's Play Homeworld. My name is Burning Earth Chris, and I'm going to be your pilot tonight. So, Homeworld.
Ready.
This is a classic sci-fi game, folks. The original game was released in 1999, and the remaster came out in about 2015, I think? I might be wrong on that. It might have been a couple years earlier. Please let me know if I'm wrong, future Burning Earth Chris. Thank you. Okay. So, Homeworld is a strategy video game. So, you command units, a small fleet of your own, you build them, you research technologies for them. You're essentially an admiral. And you get to watch these massive space battles unfold before your very eyes. So, alright, so to get started, like any other good commander, I'm going to start by harvesting resources. So I got my 2 resource collectors here. I'm going to have them harvest those asteroids.
Collection confirmed.
Now, you can harvest asteroids, dust clouds, and nebula in this game, and we'll be encountering each of those. In the original Homeworld, you only started off with 1 resource collector, but in the remastered version, you get 2. And the reason for this is because during the early test phase of Homeworld Remastered, the game would crash if you only had 1 resource collector. I'm not sure why that was, but Alright, so this is what we start off with. We have these 2 resource collectors here, our mothership. That's going to be doing all the fleet building for us, at least for now, until we get other ships. And we have this this group of fighters called scouts. Now these scouts they're pretty fast fighters, but the only thing that they're really good for is reconnaissance and being very fast. So we'll be replacing those in just a few moments. Alright.
Mothership.
Now if I click up on objectives, we can see our objectives here. So construct a research ship, harvest asteroids, and destroy target drones using a formation. And I'll get into that in just a second. So if we select an objective, we get the details on this screen over here. Propulsion and weapons research is 2 hazards to conduct within the mothership. Construct a research vessel to safely house these experiments. Harvest asteroids. We must test the mothership's resource processing capability. Collect usable hard materials from the remaining asteroids in Kharak's orbit.
Resources exhausted, fleet. Moving on.
That just tells you that a resource collector is moving on somewhere else to harvest. And destroy target drones using a formation. We need to test fleet command and control interface. Assign strike craft to formation and send it to destroy the assigned drones.
Mothership.
So the first thing I will do is I will build my research ship. So if I click up here, I get 3 menus: build, research, launch. Launch will tell you how many ships you have docked in the mothership. You can dock fighters and corvettes. I don't think higher classes of ship that we'll encounter later on, I don't think they'll stay docked. So like, you can send them in, but they'll only repair and then they'll launch right back out. Research, you research more technologies to upgrade your fleet. And you build. Building is essentially the bread and butter of any strategy game here, so. Alright, let's do what command says. Let's build a research ship here. Now, if we highlight an option on the research menu, it'll tell us what does this thing do. So, the research ship is a research and development hub, houses labs to research new technologies.
Assembly underway.
It is unarmed. So we gotta defend it if it comes under attack. Now, once I build this research ship, I'll assign my fighters into formation, and then I'll destroy the target drones that command requests. Have I mentioned the remaster is very, very nice? It's beautiful. You guys saw the intro there. That was the classic Homeworld classic Homeworld intro there. And I wanted to show that off because I wanted you guys to get a bit of an appreciation as to what the remaster has done compared to what was doable in 1999. Research ship is almost done. It'll tell you how far along a ship is being constructed in the ship queue.
Available. Research ship complete.
And up here in the middle, it tells you how many resource units you have.
Research ship has been constructed. Research division is online. Begin fighter chassis research immediately.
Copy.
So if I select my research ship and press F, I'll be able to focus on it and get a good look at it, and I can use the right mouse, just click and hold, and then drag it around, just to get a good view of it. Now we can build more research ships to increase our research time, if we want to. So like if we build another one, it says Auxiliary Hub 1. That'll just speed research along, but we don't really need to right now. So research, in the original Homeworld, it didn't really cost anything to research, but this game was built on the Homeworld 2 engine. So the remastered version of Homeworld was built on the Homeworld 2 engine. So in order to implement the research as well as they could, they kind of had to make it cost some minerals, which I get it. It's there are some things that you can overcome with game design engines. Yeah, with designing game engines, and then there are things that you can't. So this is one of those things that they just couldn't overcome. So, alright, let's research fighter chassis, and this will give us the interceptor that we can build later on. Alright.
Reporting.
Now what I'll do is I'll bring my fighters into a group and a formation. If I press Control 1,
Group 1 designated.
I'll put them into a group. If I press Control 2, I'll put them into Group 2, etc, etc, etc. Now I'll put them on aggressive tactics. I'm sorry. Offensive tactics, which essentially has them fire a bit more, and then I'll put them in aggressive tactics as well. So that means that they're going to fire at their damage will also increase, but their speed will decrease. Now, I could also assign a formation to my fighters here. So if I go down here, these...
Search complete.
Okay, so...
Mothership.
That just went off. The research just finished, so now I can build the interceptor. But I'll build a couple of those in the next mission.
Standing by.
So if I assign my scouts a formation here...
Instructions.
Oh, did they finish resourcing already? I guess so. Okay. Yeah, when resource collectors finish gathering resources, they'll just hang around the mothership. So if I assign a formation to my fighters here, these first three are originally from Homeworld 2. So this is a capital phalanx, frigate line, and a fighter screen. We'll get into those more as I build more mixed groups. But for right now, we're only capable of building what's over here. So I'm going to put my fighters in what's called claw formation. And that's essentially an X formation, but with an overarching theme going on with it. So, alright. Now if I press spacebar, we go into the sensors manager. And this is where we're going to be spending about roughly half the game, if I'm honest. So if I right click, I get a little disc that tells me, hey, where do you want to move these fighters? If I press shift and drag up without holding down any of the mouse buttons, I can also move them up and down in Z or Z space. I think I'll move my fighters over here.
Strike group coordinates locked in.
Now if I press the space bar again, I'll return back to the normal view.
Group 1 reports enemy contact.
Alright, so there's the enemies. I'll stop my fighters real quick.
Setting drives to idle.
Now, if I hold down Control, my mouse icon will turn to a target crosshair. And if I drag around while holding down Control around these target drones, the scouts will attack. Now watch and learn.
Strike group, prepare for assault.
Formation trial complete. Flight analysis shows a 22% increase in combat performance. The next trial will test the effectiveness of tactics. Stand by to begin tactics trial. Use aggressive or evasive tactics and engage the target drones here.
Roger that. Okay, so I already have an...
Tactics confirmed. Fire at will.
Now I already have an aggressive tactics set up on my fighters, so... all I have to do is just really move them over here.
Strike group coordinates.
And destroy them.
Group 1 under attack.
They're not under attack, what are you talking about? Alright, so I'll stop. And then once again, just drag, just control, left click, drag.
Strike group to battle positions.
And they'll go off and attack. Nice.
Tactics trial complete. The next trial will test the performance of the salvage corvette. Build one and capture the target drone here.
Now, it's usually a pretty good idea to dock your starfighters or any or any ship that you have
Docking with Mothership.
after they're in battle, because they will get damaged. The green bar up top here indicates how much health a ship has, so if you see it turning yellow and then red, dock it as soon as you can. Now, I have a confession to make, folks. I've never beaten Homeworld. I got pretty far into the campaign, but then I got a new computer and I ended up losing all my save files, which kind of sucks, but, you know, whatever. It is what it is. But I think that my biggest reason as to why I don't consider myself an expert on Homeworld is because I don't tend to build enough of these guys, and these are salvage corvettes.
Construction underway.
I'm gonna build 2 of them. And the reasons for that will become clear later on. Now, salvage corvettes are good at salvaging. And you're gonna notice a bit of a pattern here. The salvage corvettes are good for salvaging. The scout fighters here are good for scouting. Every ship in Homeworld has a purpose, as it were. The resource collectors are good at collecting resources, as their name implies.
Salvage corvette complete.
And the mothership is, well, just that. But yeah, the idea of Homeworld is that every ship is streamlined and designed for one specific purpose, so do keep that in mind.
Ready.
Alright, so I have 1 salvage corvette here, ready to go. I'll wait till the second one is built, though, just to...
Salvage corvette complete.
Just because. Alright, so here's my salvage corvette. Now if I go into the sensors manager, I can send it off to
Course set.
salvage this target drone. I think what I'll do is I'll put you in evasive, and I'll keep you in defensive posture there as well. The salvage corvette is unarmed, so do keep that in mind. Alright, there's the target drone, so if I right click on the target drone, it'll automatically lock onto it and salvage it, and then bring it back to the mothership. And one of the best things, and arguably also one of the downsides of Homeworld, everything occurs in real time, so you are seeing this unfold before your very eyes. And I think that's ultimately what helped define Homeworld back then, too, back in the 1990s. Alright, our salvage corvette is about to dock with the mothership.
Stand by for hyperdrive test. Internal pressure doors will be sealed in 2 minutes. Abort systems standing by.
Hyperspace module fully charged. I am ready to initiate quantum wave generation on your mark. Good luck, everyone.
All sections have reported in. We are clear to proceed. Trigger the hyperspace drive at your discretion.
Okay. So, oh, yeah. One more thing I want to show off is the cinematic view here. You can toggle that by pressing the little arrow at the bottom of the screen, at the bottom middle of the screen. And if you want to get rid of all of them, just hit back all the elements and just hit backspace a couple more times, and then you can get like a really. This is essentially what Homeworld looked like without all of the crazy UI elements. Back in the 1990s. But okay. So whenever we're ready, we can press hyperspace, and this will dock all of our ships into the mothership, and we'll proceed to the next mission. Now, the way I'm going to approach this LP is I'm going to be doing one mission per video. I'm probably bound to screw up a couple of times throughout this campaign, so in order to really balance out quality and quantity, I'm going to be just doing one mission per episode. So, alright, let's hit hyperspace, and I will see you guys in the next episode. So thank you all for watching. If you like this video, consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/burningearthvfx, or consider buying us coffee at ko-fi.com/burningearthvfx. It'll help support the channel, help support future videos like this one, and we'll see you guys next time. That didn't work the way I'd hoped. Alright, take care everybody. I'm Burning Earth Chris, and stay safe out there.
Stand down. We're on hold.
Yeah, I just hit quick dock to dock all your ships immediately. Alright, take care everybody. See you next time.